The Republican Party is over. A party that once stood for limited government in our democracy.
Let us speak with one voice, not as Republicans or Democrats, but as Americans.
Has died. It now stands only for Trump and his neo-fascism.
You fight like hell. You don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
This is deeply dangerous. Today's GOP has no principled core, no sense of right and wrong. It demands total loyalty to Trump. It has turned his big lie about the 2020 election being stolen into a litmus test of that loyalty.
So just to sum up, you would support him for president even if he's convicted in classified documents. You support him for president even though you believe he contributed to an insurrection. You support him for president even though you believe he's lying about the last election. You'd support him for president even if he's convicted in the Manhattan case. The answer to that is yes, correct?
Yeah, me and 51% of America.
America needs more than one party capable of governing. It needs political parties with a sense of the common good, even if their interpretations of it differ. America needs principled people in government. Even if politics is sometimes dirty and often frustrating, a functioning democracy depends on it. The end of the Republican Party is tragic to me personally. I've never been a Republican, but I witnessed firsthand the beginning of the party's end. In 1974, I got my first job in government in Gerald Ford's administration. I argued Supreme Court cases in Ford's Justice Department. Things were different then. Gerald Ford, a Republican,
our Constitution works,
is as far from the Trump Republican Party as any modern Democratic president.
Donald Trump is calling to terminate the Constitution.
But Ford's biggest mistake as president was to pardon Richard Nixon.
We interrupt our regular program schedule to bring you the following special report.
Section 2 of the Constitution do grant a full pardon unto Richard Nixon.
If he hadn't, Nixon surely would have been indicted, and there would be no question today about whether a former president can or should be prosecuted. At the time, Ford believed that America had to be shielded from the pain and disruption of a president put on criminal trial and possibly imprisoned.
The purpose of the pardon was to try and get the American people focusing on the serious problems we have both at home and abroad.
Yet to many Americans, the fact that Nixon was not held accountable felt like another assault on the common good. To make matters worse, Nixon introduced a dangerous new idea to America, claiming that the president was above the law and free to commit acts that would otherwise be criminal.
So what, in a sense, you're saying is that the president can do something illegal?
Well, when the president does it, that means that it is not illegal.
Nixon infected the modern Republican Party with a sickness.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook.
That ultimately killed it.
Well, I'm not a crook.
Donald Trump has finished the job.
He says, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? I said, no, other than day one.
The death of the Republican Party is not to be celebrated. It reveals how fragile our democracy has become. It illustrates what happens when presidents are not held accountable.
They were peaceful people. The love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
It shows that many Americans have lost sight of our history and ideals, or have become so cynical and hopeless that they are willing to chuck it all in favor of an atrocious human being who claims to be on their side.
I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
Hopefully, after the Trump Republican Party is obliterated this November, a pro-democracy party will fill the void.